This free hypnosis lesson is part of a series of 6. If you'd like to download all 6 hypnosis lessons completely free of charge, please go to freehypnosislessons.com.
Hello there and welcome to your final lesson in this series. Today we're going to be looking at a few of the problems that you might run into and exactly how you can deal with them. So first off, we're going to be dealing with abreaction. Now this is rare, but it can happen and you do need to know about it. It isn't dangerous, it's just unpleasant, but it can be an incredibly rewarding experience for the client and it often leads to tremendous healing. Now one of the best ways to think about abreaction is to imagine that deep in the client's subconscious mind is a small pocket of trauma that's been locked away for many years. Now although this trauma is hidden, it still affects the client in a very, very negative way and prevents them from living to their full potential. Now when you start to probe around inside the client's mind, you might bump into this trauma and set it free. When this happens, it bubbles to the surface and the client experiences a rush of emotions. This is very easy to recognise. The client will look physically stressed, they'll probably grimace and even cry, and very often shout out as though reliving the trauma. Most therapeutic sessions don't really probe around enough to cause this kind of reaction, especially if you're using NLP techniques. But some techniques, particularly regression therapy, are much more likely to produce an abreaction. If you're with a client and this happens, you can do a couple of things. Some therapists talk the client through the experience very calmly and reassure them that everything is going to be alright. The idea here is to release all that trapped emotion, encourage them to let it go and expect a lot of crying. After this solution, the client is usually happy and tired. They'll also tell you that they feel as though a huge weight has been lifted from their shoulders. The alternative to dealing with it is to back away. You leave the trauma where it is, talk the client back into the room and tell them that they're safe and they're with you and they can wake up out of the trance state. Personally, I would always suggest dealing with the trauma and setting it free. If it's popped up, the chances are that it's the right time for the client to be letting go of something that they've probably been carrying around for a very long time. Now most traumas that are revealed in this way began in childhood, and this is at the time where the client might feel completely powerless. So make sure you remind them that they're strong and powerful now as an adult, and they're safe and secure. Tell them that you are with them and encourage them to let the trauma go, rather than trying to fight it. You want them to release the emotion. The best way to do this is to acknowledge it, feel it, simply accept it for what it is, and then just let it go without fighting. Avoid making presumptions or suggestions about any cause for the trauma. Doing so can create a false memory. Just allow them to release it peacefully. Well, that's the most serious situation out of the way. Now we're going to move on to something that you're very probably going to run into lots, and this is laughing. Do expect it because it's definitely going to happen. When you start to practice on your friends, they'll very probably laugh during the induction. Some of them do this because the situation is unusual. Others do it because they can really feel that something is beginning to happen. Now if someone laughs, don't stop the induction and give up. Use the laughter. Laughter leads to relaxation. It simply releases stress. So go with it. Laugh with them if you like, and as soon as they manage to calm themselves down, say that if the laughter comes back, it'll make them twice as relaxed and take them twice as deep into trance. Then say something funny. Always make sure that you point out how relaxed they feel as the laughter stops, especially around the face. Have them notice the muscles in and around their jaw and link this to going even deeper into trance. When you begin practicing, you'll be hoping that nobody laughs at all, but once you've had a giggle and you've used it, you'll be hoping that everybody does it. It's a great aid to trance if you use it properly. Finally, all we need to discover now is the wake-up process, and then you're ready to unleash your newfound skills on your friends. Waking people from trance can be as easy as saying 1, 2, 3, eyes open and wide awake, but that is such a complete waste. So use a wake-up script to get in the last few suggestions and make sure that they wake up feeling absolutely fantastic and also eager to volunteer again so that you get lots of practice. Remember to remove any suggestions that you've used during the trance state that your client doesn't want to keep, and be sure to bring them fully back to date and at the right age. Once your client is awake, spend a good 5 or 10 minutes chatting positively about the experience. They'll still be very suggestible for a while, so it's important that you don't allow any negative suggestions to slip in and undo the therapy that you've done. As you go through the wake-up script, let go of your relaxing hypnotic voice and really crank it up. Use an enthusiastic, positive tone and bring your client back one stage at a time, so it goes something like this. As I count from 1 to 3, you'll be fully awake and back in the room here with me, feeling great. 1. Beginning to awaken from this trance state now, aware of your body and fully back in the room, listening to the sound of my voice. 2. Your eyes beginning to open, and you can stretch if you want to as you come back to waking consciousness, bringing with you everything that you have learned. Trance is a wonderful experience, and you can discover more and more with each trance state. And 3. Eyes fully open now, back in the room, wide awake and feeling great. Welcome back. Now that is pretty much all there is to it. Now all you need to do is practice, practice, practice. You'll be needing lots of volunteers, so be especially nice to your friends and family. And remember that you can also practice on yourself. Whenever you hypnotise somebody, get some feedback from them afterwards so that you can fine-tune your sessions. And if you want to go on to learn advanced hypnotic techniques, then please do feel free to check out my complete hypnosis package. It now includes some great rapid induction videos. It's brilliant for the stage environment, and you will be able to hypnotise people just in a matter of seconds. You'll also find out about self-hypnosis, so you'll be able to enjoy some of the benefits of trance for yourself. My website address is www.inducingtrance.com. Be sure to check that out, and once again thank you so much for allowing me to share this information with you. I really do hope that you take up hypnosis. For me, it just started out as a hobby, as a bit of fun with my friends, but it grew and grew into something I never dreamed it would. Hypnosis has changed my life in so many ways, as well as practically everyone that I know, because I hypnotise all of my friends all the time. Again, thank you so much for allowing me to share hypnosis with you. I wish everyone did it. It's an amazing tool, and the more people that use hypnosis, the better. So take care of you with yours and have bags of fun practicing. Bye-bye.
This free hypnosis lesson is part of a series of 6. If you'd like to download all 6 hypnosis lessons completely free of charge, please go to freehypnosislessons.com.